test, mic test. Hello everyone and welcome to the 2020 Yellow Jacket Awards. I'm Thomas Poole, Director of Athletic Communications here at AIC. This week we caught up with some of our student athletes. We want to do a little something special, a red carpet interview. So we had 12 interviewees who we will be getting to in just a moment. But before we do that, I want to remind you that we are having a best dressed male, a best dressed female, and the best quarantine outfit competition. So be sure to log on to Twitter, tag AIC Athletics in your photo, and use the hashtag YJAwards2020. Make sure you're tagging AIC Athletics and using the hashtag and the hashtag YJAwards2020. Once again, that's best male outfit, best dressed female, and quarantine outfit. But here, let's get to the red carpet interviews, and we'll be back here in a couple of minutes to get you caught up. I'm here with Adam Marnetti from men's rugby. Adam, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Mr. Poole.
So I guess the first thing is, how are you doing since you've been home?
I've been doing good, just trying to stay busy, stay active, and kind of just make the best of everything that's going on.
So with this whole situation, we obviously know that you have a lot more time on your hands. Obviously, you're taking on your classes, but what else are you doing to pass the time away?
Definitely been working out a lot to get ready for next season because it was unfortunate how this season ended. So it makes me even more hungry to get ready, get back in the fall. Just working on a lot of rugby-related things outside of school.
One of the things that I know lots of people have been doing is they've been binge watching different TV shows or watching different series. What have you been binge watching, or I guess what have you been watching in terms of videos overall?
So I've actually been watching a lot of American Horror Story.
Okay.
I started that. It's a pretty good series. And then just spending my time on YouTube as well, just amongst many different things.
I guess the last question I have for you is, what does it mean to you knowing that we're still continuing on with the show despite the current situation?
Oh, it's awesome. I'm actually a transfer, so I didn't even really know about it until I got nominated. So the more I found out about it, I thought it's awesome. It's good to recognize the students at AIC who work hard and who are both a student and an athlete. So it really means a lot to us to get this recognition.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Adam. I appreciate you taking this time to really talk with me, and good luck tonight.
Thank you for having me.
I'm here with women's rugby player Allie Pothier. Allie, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, thank you for coming on. The first question I want to ask is how you're doing. Are you back at home, or where are you at right now?
I'm actually staying in Massachusetts. Just didn't want to go away too soon.
Well, we know that outside of school, we also have a lot more time to fill now. No more practices, games, which is unfortunate. But what are you doing to pass the time by?
Well, when it's nice out, I try to get outside as much as possible. 6 feet apart, of course, but going on hikes, bike rides, running, trying to get up to 3 miles.
So are you spending that time watching TV shows, or is it just outside, or what do you spend most of your time on?
I started to rewatch Vampire Diaries, almost done with it. We also started rewatching Game of Thrones, almost done with it. So a lot of binge watching as well.
So a lot in that sci-fi genre?
Mm-hmm, it's my favorite.
Awesome. Well, before I let you go, one last question I do want to ask you is, what does it mean to you knowing that we're still holding the Yellow Jacket Awards, even with everything going on in the world right now?
I just think it gives people hope, and it just is bringing people together in a time that we all kind of needed, because I know a lot of us were let down, especially me, with coming back and our season ending again. So it's kind of nice to just bring everyone back together again and be able to cherish what has happened and be able to acknowledge those that deserve it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for giving us some moments of your time, Allie, and hope you're doing well and staying safe.
Thank you. You too. Stay healthy.
Thank you. Now joining me is Benoit Campione of the cross country and track and field teams. Thank you for joining me, Benoit.
Thank you, Tom.
So how are you been doing since you made it home back in France?
Actually, it's just about adaptation to a new rhythm of life, of training, just adapting to a new settings.
So with that, we obviously know you're taking a lot of time to make sure your courses are in order, but what else have you been doing to fill your free time?
So yeah, as you said, like at academics, like making sure everything is done, but also running, because like we can keep doing stuff. Like running is one of the sports we are lucky to be able to do alone. So we can do it. In France, it's 1 hour at most a day. So I run 1 hour a day.
So I guess the last thing I want to ask you is, what's it mean to you knowing that the Yellow Jacket award ceremony is still continuing on despite everything that's going on in the world?
I think that's good to keep doing this kind of stuff, which are bringing us together. We always say that AIC's motto is one hive, one family. I think this is a time now when we all need to be a family, maybe more than ever before. So I think we need to keep doing that stuff, and we keep communicating with our teammates. We keep being a family, even if we are very far away from AIC, but we still are a family.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Benoit. I appreciate it, and stay safe.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
I'm here with Caroline Porter of the women's soccer team. Thank you for joining me today, Caroline.
Hello, Caroline.
So obviously we know that the school is now moving remote or has moved remote. Talk a little bit about how you're staying safe and what you've done in your now free time.
So far I've been trying to stay inside. The only time I've really left my house is to do workouts for soccer. I've been going to the fields a little bit with my dad to set up some drills to go through, as well as running and trying to do some workouts inside. But it's definitely been different from being with the team and having that motivation to be with than being by yourself and trying to motivate yourself.
Mm-hmm. So with all this, we know a lot of people are binge watching shows.
Yeah.
Tiger King's been a big one. I've seen some other big ones, but what have you been binge watching, if you've been binge watching at all?
So I have definitely been binge watching Blacklist, about a criminal mastermind, and he kind of turns himself in to help the FBI with cases to find bigger criminals.
Mm-hmm.
I've been binge watching that so far.
Awesome. Well, the last question I have for you is, what do you miss the most about AIC right now?
I definitely miss my teammates the most. Going from seeing them every single day and doing everything with them, whether it's eating and soccer or just hanging out with them, to not having any interaction or just FaceTimes and that from here and then, definitely is what I'm missing the most. So it's hard to adapt to.
Yep. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Caroline. Stay safe and have a good rest of your day. I'm now joined by Deja Middlebrooks, the women's track and field team. Thank you for joining me, Deja.
Thank you for having me.
So first off, how are you doing with this whole quarantine situation?
I'm doing overall well. It's kind of challenging, but we just gotta face it. So just trying to stay positive. And
what's been the most challenging part about it?
Not really having like a routine. Like with practice, we used to have practice every day, weight room, track meets every weekend, and even class, like the adjusting to switching to online. I'm not really an online person, so that was a lot. It's just, literally adjusting to like a whole new life.
Well, with your free time that you have when you're not studying or in class, what have you been filling that with?
Just mainly still working out, trying to stay in shape. I'll like go on little jogs outside, or I'll do like a workout in my room. And another thing that I've been doing is I started like reading more, just trying to do things to take up the time because we have a lot of it. So yeah, just trying to read more and stay fit.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Deja. I appreciate it, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
I'm here with Dalton Quinn of the baseball team. Thank you for joining me, Dalton.
Thank you for having me. How are you doing?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Can't complain. Just trying to get through, staying healthy, and keeping my distance to make sure I don't get other people sick.
So in all that, and like you just mentioned, what have you been doing and how are you doing in terms of physical health, mental health, and getting your classes complete?
I've been doing good. I just been working out outside as much as I can with everything being closed. With me being an athlete, I have to make sure I maintain all my strengths and make sure I strengthen all my weaknesses. But more importantly, I got to make sure I stay on top of my schoolwork. With that, I feel like I have more free time to actually focus on my grades a little bit better. And I found that I'm doing a lot better I am now than I was, say, 2 weeks ago.
Well, and with you guys being a spring sport, with that baseball, I mean, you guys are playing quite a few games a week. You're missing class, so I'm sure that having this opportunity to actually put a little bit more effort into your classes definitely helps.
Yeah, so putting more time in my classes is a big thing right now with not missing classes as much and not playing a season, which, I mean, I'd rather be playing instead of staying quarantined. But with this time, now I have more time to focus on my grades to get them up for the fall. So when it comes fall ball time, once we get back, and if we get back on campus, that I'll be in the green instead of the red, worrying about, all right, I need to keep going with my grades and focus harder. Now it's like, all right, I'm in a good spot. Let's stay there. And what did I do during this time to do it during the time that I'm back on campus with everything else going on?
Mm-hmm. So obviously, as you mentioned, classes take up a lot of your time and staying on top of your grades. But what else are you doing with your free time now?
With my free time, I'm spending more time with my family, because if I was at school, I wouldn't be as home. I wouldn't see my parents as much. And then I'm seeing my sister, who's a nurse at Boston Medical Center. And I just want to say thank you to all the first responders out there doing their job, keeping us safe and healthy and all that. And for us to respect them and do what they ask us to do. And I give everybody a lot of props and respect for what they're doing during this time. But during this time, I'm finding more interest in things I wouldn't find, like maybe picking up on reading, furthering my knowledge more, reading up on the news, figuring out how everything's going to happen, what's going to happen, what's the next step. But more importantly, it's just interacting with my family more, because I don't get to see them as much, because after the spring season, I'm probably home for, say, about a week or two, and then I'm off living somewhere else in a different state playing summer baseball. So it's nice to get that time to spend quality time and make memories during this time with my family and all my loved ones around me.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking a couple of minutes out of your day today to catch up with us, and we appreciate it. Thank you, Dalton, and I hope you're staying safe.
Thank you very much. Stay safe as well.
Thank you. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're enjoying the red carpet show so far. Just a friendly reminder to go ahead and get your best dressed outfits in for the contest. So we will be giving away some awards later at the end of the show tonight. And then also make sure that you're following us on social media, AIC Athletics, on both Instagram and Twitter, and then on Facebook, AIC Yellow Jackets. Make sure you're using the hashtag YJ Awards 2020 to make sure you're sharing that content with us so we can share where you're watching from, who you're watching with, who you're cheering on. But enough being said, let's get back to our red carpet show. I'm now joined with Jojo Gonzalez from the men's wrestling team. Jojo, first off, how you been doing since you've been at home?
I've been doing good, just doing school and hanging in there, making sure I'm safe and stuff.
Awesome. So since you've been at home, we obviously know that you have classes going on virtually, but what else have you been doing to occupy your time while you have a little bit more free time than normal?
My schedule really hasn't changed. If that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. Just sticking to the usual, working out just a little bit more and having a little bit more free time to do homework and really space out my assignments and stuff. But just staying on top of my workouts and making sure I'm ready for next year.
So what's the one thing that you miss the most about AIC right now?
Definitely my team. I mean, I can't it's fun. I can see him on the campus and stuff, and having practices and even working out with them and stuff. So definitely one huge thing I miss is my team.
So we all know that with this whole time and being in quarantine and being inside house, what have you been watching on Netflix or other sources of video to really pass some of that time by?
I haven't really been watching a lot of Netflix, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm a really big fan of The Office, so I watched every episode about 1,000 times already. But I've been playing a lot of Warzone, to be honest with you, like Call of Duty.
Awesome. So then rounding things out, obviously we know this is a little bit different of an award ceremony than most. But what, I guess, excites you the most about still being able to have the Yellow Jacket Awards go on despite even this whole situation going down?
To be honest, you just kind of give us like us athletes. I feel if I could speak for all, like just like a little bit of hope, like.
Mm-hmm.
I know things are a little bit iffy in the future, whether we come back to school or we have online classes for the first semester, but it just kind of it keeps us going. It keeps us okay. Like I want to win this award next year again, as well as the national title or American title. You know what I mean? But it just gives us a little bit of hope, and it kind of gives us a sense on okay, if I just keep on grinding and keep on do a steady forward, that I can still achieve my goals and stuff, whether this is going on or not. So it just gives us that peace of mind, per se. For me, at least.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Jojo. I appreciate it. And hopefully you can bring home an award tonight.
Thank you so much.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm here with Maddie Biss. Maddie, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So the first thing I want to know is, obviously, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. I mean, I obviously miss being at school and I miss my team and everything, but we talk to each other every day and I get to communicate with everyone on my team all day, every day. So it hasn't been too rough, but I definitely do miss having the whole rest of my season to be able to play.
Yeah, and that's understandable. But with all this free time, because you don't have practice, which I'm sure that's a good and a bad thing, no conditioning to go with that. What have you been doing to fill your time outside of classes?
Actually, our team has been doing for the past 3 weeks this like challenge. So we were split into different groups and we earned points by doing conditioning tests, by lifting, by watching film and doing stick work and all that. And at the end of the week, whoever has the most points wins. It's actually gets everybody out of the house and keeps everybody up with their stick skills.
Well, I know a lot of people are binge watching different TV shows. Is there anything that you're binge watching?
I finished The Outer Banks on Netflix in a day.
Oh, wow.
And then I'm currently watching Ozark.
Oh, Ozark's such a good show.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So, well, thank you so much for joining me, Maddie. I appreciate you hopping on, taking some time out of your day, and I hope you're staying safe.
Thank you so much. You as well.
Thank you. Our next guest is Mike Hayes of the men's golf team. Mike, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So I guess the first thing I want to ask you is, how you doing? You staying safe?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. The family's healthy, safe. We're not doing much. My dad's working, but my mom's home working, but everyone's healthy so far.
Nice. Good to hear. We know that outside of school that there's obviously a lot more free time that you have now. You're probably not at the range or you're probably not playing any rounds. But what are you doing to fill that free time?
Yeah, everything's closed up here, unfortunately, but I'm playing a lot of video games and I'm trying to work out as best as I can, but it's pretty dry.
What video games are you playing?
I've been playing a lot of NBA 2K, the new Call of Duty.
Okay.
That's been pretty popular, but yeah.
Are you playing with any of your teammates or friends from AIC?
Yeah, I've been playing with a couple of teammates. A lot of my friends from back home, they game a lot, so I've been doing that.
Well, I guess wrapping up real quick, the last question I have for you is, what do you miss the most about AIC right now?
I miss my friends, man, to be honest with you. I talk to them every day almost now, but it's just not the same not seeing them every day, for sure.
Yeah, it's totally a different thing. That's for sure. It's weird for us not seeing you guys on campus or interacting with you guys. So I'm glad you're doing well and staying safe, though. And thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm here with Naomi Eckert of the volleyball team. Thank you for joining me, Naomi.
Hi, Tom. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm all good. Thank you.
Staying safe down there in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, enjoying the weather.
Well, that must be a much nicer weather situation than it is up here. We had snow yesterday or last week.
No, I haven't seen snow since I left, thankfully.
Well, that's really good then. So outside of school, we obviously know you're taking care of your classes, but what else are you doing to pass the time during this quarantine?
Well, besides spending time with my family, since we're a big family and we're all trapped in the house, I'm watching TV, I'm doing exercise, and well, since I have to study for biology, so mainly studying, but yeah.
So when you're not studying for biology or your other tests, are you binge watching any Netflix shows or any other type of series?
Well, as we all know, I love Friends, so I am rewatching that. And I'm also watching New Girl, which is a Netflix series, and I've watched it like 3 times already, so I just keep watching it.
Zoe Deschanel and a couple other. Who's your favorite character?
In Friends,
No, well, I guess Friends and New Girl.
well, Friends, I'd say, I don't know, I love them all. I don't have favorite characters. I enjoy the show and all, but
Not
New
even
Girl,
a
I
New
like
Girl?
Jess overall.
Who?
Yeah, I'd say Jess.
Jess?
The character, yeah.
Schmidt's one of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah.
I can see that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Naomi. I appreciate it, and stay safe down there.
Thank you for contacting me, Tom.
I'm here with Wynonna Shaw of the field hockey team. Thank you so much for joining me today.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
So the first thing I want to ask is, are you doing okay now that you're at home and life has changed a little bit?
It's definitely been an adjustment, but I think everything's been going pretty okay for the circumstances. Everything's been pretty fine.
Well, that's good. So obviously, we know that you're doing your classes, but you also have a lot more free time now. What have you been doing to pass that time?
For my free time, I've just been talking to my friends on FaceTime or watching Netflix or going on runs with my dog. I've been trying to draw and paint a little bit, trying to rekindle my old hobbies. So a lot of time to do that.
Nice. Well, the first question I have is, what are you watching on Netflix?
So I had just recently finished watching Tiger King.
Okay.
And
So exotic.
Yeah, that show was really crazy. And there's another new show that just came out on Netflix called Black AF. So I just started watching that too. It's really funny.
Okay. And then the last question, where are you painting?
What am I painting? I usually paint like what I see. I like plants and flowers a lot, so I've just been doing that.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for taking a few moments out of your day to catch up with us, and we appreciate you doing this, and I hope you're staying safe.
Thank you very much for having me and interviewing me, and stay safe as well.
Thank you. I'm here with Sakaya Owens of the men's basketball team. Thank you so much for joining me, Sakaya.
Yeah, no problem. How you doing, Thomas?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. So the first thing I want to ask is, how are you doing? I know that this has been a big change, and I want to see how you're doing and check in on you.
I'm doing good. Just trying to stay healthy. Definitely enjoying a lot of time with my family now that I'm home, but can't complain about anything. Doing well. Everyone's healthy, so I'm happy about that.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I guess, what have you been doing with your free time? Obviously, you still have classes, but you don't have workouts or much else going on outside of that. So what have you been filling that free time with?
Well, I started working as soon as I got home. Just trying to find a job that's as clean and away from people as possible. So definitely doing that, and some of my own workouts. Me and my little brother, we did a little workout routine to keep us active and in shape. So stuff like that.
So where are you working at then?
I work at Amazon now.
Amazon? Okay, nice. I guess the last question I have for you is, what do you miss the most about AIC right now?
Definitely my teammates, man. I miss my teammates so much. Those guys, they became a family over this last semester and a half, and just being able to interact with those guys every day, that was some of the best moments I had throughout my whole career. So, just missing them a lot.
Awesome. Well, glad to hear. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day and joining me on here, and I hope you're staying safe.
Anytime, good conversation with you always, man.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Well, and that will wrap up our Red Carpet Show live So I hope you enjoyed it. Something brand new for us. We hope to bring it actually live to you in the future as well, in future events. So before we get started with the awards, we want to remind you to go ahead and get your submissions in for Best Dressed Female, Best Dressed Male, and Best Quarantine Outfit. We'll have some awards at the end of the night to give away with that. And we'll have a couple of minutes here as we exit the red carpet and get ready to go into the award ceremony. So go ahead, grab your snacks, grab your drinks, do whatever you need to do, and be back here in just a few short minutes. Well, I hope you have your snacks, your soda, and anything else you have or need. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome you to the 2020 Yellow Jacket Awards. Every year we have this, and we've had this awards since 1940s, going back from our records. We'll have lots of different awards coming up tonight, including the President's Cup and the Maloney Award. So those are just two of the big awards that we will be giving out tonight. Before we get started, though, I'd like to say thank you to all of our student athletes, everyone who's watching. Our student athletes, they're the reason why we do what we do. We would not be here if we were not invested into making our student athletes better, both on the field, court, course, ice, wherever it is they compete, but also in the classroom and as people. So first and foremost, thank you, student athletes, for giving us the opportunity to work with you day in and day out. You have no idea how much that means to us. I'm currently standing on campus, and I can say ever since this whole quarantine started, it has been completely different. It's been hard for all of us here at AIC to not see you and interact with you, to watch you play, to cheer you on, to support you. So from the bottom of our hearts, we just want to say we miss you. We love you, and we want to make sure that you're staying safe. So without any more waiting, we will toss it over to Interim Director of Athletics, Jessica Chapin.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jessica Chapin, and I am the Interim Director of Athletics here at American International College. While this is not how we all had hoped to celebrate tonight, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome everyone to the 2019-20 Athletic Awards Ceremony. Tonight, we'll take a little time to celebrate the amazing accomplishment of our exceptional student athletes. First, to the seniors and those graduating and moving on, it is my pleasure to be here to share in this celebration with you. I am extremely proud of the level of commitment and determination you have displayed throughout your time at AIC, especially with the added adversity this spring. Like right now, with this crazy pandemic, in the future you will encounter many highs and many lows. You will meet both success and failure. But the knowledge and skills which you have learned and honed throughout your time here at AIC, in both the classroom and on the playing field, rink, court, links, or track, will help guide and make a difference in your life after college. While this year has not ended as we all expected it, it doesn't change the great things you all have accomplished. Be proud of what you have done. We look forward to calling you Yellow Jacket alums in a few short weeks. Best of luck in the future, and we look forward to seeing all the amazing things you will continue to do in the world. Even though winter and spring seasons were abruptly ended, and we are all currently without the one thing that has brought us all together, sport, it does not discount the historic year 2019-20 was for the AIC Athletic Department. Numerous student athletes have been named All-American, All-Region, and to All-Conference teams. We have won regular season and conference championships, qualified for NCAA regional championships, won bowl games, had NCAA national qualifiers, coaches of the year, and even a national champion. This past September, 42% of our returning student athletes received a t-shirt as part of our 3.0 club. AIC landed 218 students on the Northeast 10 Fall Conference Academic Honor Roll, 22 of which earned a perfect 4.0. 54% of our student athletes received a fall 2019 semester GPA of 3.0 or higher, and 48% of our student athletes have a cumulative GPA of 3.0 or higher. These are all things to be proud of. You have all begun to live and breathe our core values of purpose, responsibility, integrity, diversity, and excellence, embracing what it means to be a student athlete at AIC. Our Student Athlete Advisory Committee has been a driving force, a constant voice on campus that continues to work hard to improve the student athlete experience. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the members of the SAC E-Board for their dedication and commitment. Chelsea Davis, Matt Costanza, Jennifer Hackett, Megan McGill, and Caitlin Leclerc, thank you for your leadership. I genuinely believe our community service is second to none. We have continued to strengthen our partnership with Team Impact, read almost weekly to children at Square One, established High Five Fridays with the Homer School, have routinely supported the community through Rex's Pantry. Almost all teams have served meals to the homeless. Baseball again donated over 2,500 pounds of food to a local food pantry. The track and field programs donated hundreds of jackets to a local shelter. For this work, we were presented with the Award of Excellence by the NCAA in representing the Northeast 10. These are just the highlights. The list is endless. The work each and one of you has done in our community has truly made a difference. Throughout the 2019-20 year, we expanded our Yellow Jackets Club, a group of alumni, coaches, parents, school administrators, and community members whose mission it is to enrich AIC athletics. We have increased engagement of our alumni, continue to hold reunions, and celebrate the wonderful history of AIC athletics. In our second annual Athletics Giving Week, we raised just over $96,000 as a department. At this time, I would like to express my gratitude for everyone that contributed to the success of our athletic department in 2019-20. To President Maniaci, thank you for your commitment to athletics and the unwavering support of our student athletes. Thank you to all the offices and staff outside of athletics for your continued collaboration. It is always a team effort. In particular, I would like to thank Mike Arquiza and the marketing and communications team, along with Heather Guerin and the entire institutional advanced staff for their direct support and enhancement of the athletic department and brand and engagement over the past year. In order for the athletic department to function effectively, there are a number of people that must be willing to sacrifice significant hours away from family and friends. Oftentimes, the impact that these individuals have on you all as student athletes is quite profound, yet they rarely get the recognition they deserve. Coaches, thank you all for your relentless dedication and effort to support the success of your student athletes and the institution. To our support staff of athletic trainers, equipment room, and athletic communication staff, the work you do is vital in supporting our student athletes, so thank you. To the front office staff, thank you for your continued drive to enhance the athletic department daily. The work everyone does not go unnoticed and is greatly appreciated. Tonight we will recognize some of our top student athletes, many of which not only had individual success, but a significant impact on their team success for this season. We are fortunate to have some of the most decorated student athletes in the history of AIC athletics, along with a number of other superstars in many different areas. With that being said, let's get started. This show must go on.
Well, thank you very much, Jess. We appreciate you opening the night for us. But now it's time for our first award of the night. It's actually going to be a fan-voted award. We are going with the Female Breakthrough Athlete of the Year. We consider a breakthrough athlete someone who has come in immediately and made their impact felt for their team during competition, or someone who has elevated their play from the previous year to the current year. Let's meet our nominees.
Liz Day, Women's Lacrosse. Naomi Eckert, Volleyball. Roxanne Foster, Women's Track and Field. Kayla Robinson, Women's Basketball.
Well, there's our nominees. And can we get a drum roll, please? The 1920 Female Breakthrough Athlete of the Year is Naomi Eckert of Volleyball. Congratulations, Naomi. A job well done this season with the volleyball program. Now we'd like to turn it over to Heather Guerin for a quick message from Institutional Advancement.
I realize that being a part of this awards ceremony from your couch is 100% the worst case scenario for most of you right now. You seniors want to become alumni because you're ready, beyond ready, to see AIC and your experiences as a stepping stone to your next adventure. But as you are learning right now and will continue to be reminded as you move forward, life is just one big improvisation. So thank you for being here tonight, for making the best of an unprecedented situation, and for allowing me to take a part in it with you. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm here, the fundraising person at an athletics awards ceremony. I'm here because I want you to know that it's just as important to be a good alum as it was to be the committed student and athlete that you are now. You, all of you, make AIC what it is and can continue to help us grow even after you receive your diploma. In so many ways you're not even aware of, you give this place its vitality, its spark, its energy, its driving sense of purpose and mission. And I want you to remember that you can continue to do that even though you may not step foot onto a field, track, court, or rink again wearing your black and gold. So as you begin to look forward, you'll be granted with a great privilege, the privilege of being a part of something bigger, a part of the AIC alumni family. With that privilege, you have responsibility. All of you do. Do not shut this door behind you. Each of you has the responsibility to turn around, give someone else a hand up the stairs and through the door. Whether this is through coaching, recruiting, a future Yellow Jacket, or eventually with money when you start to make it big in this crazy world that we are faced with. No matter how you give back, it will make a difference. Please remember that so many of you are here because of a past Yellow Jacket that decided they could make a difference themselves with their higher dedication to AIC. They gave back to give you a better opportunity. For many of you, an alumnus supported the scholarships that you received, the fields, the scoreboards, and even the smallest aspects of all of our facilities are because of generous alums leading the way for your generation and all the generations to be better. I'm here to tell you that you can also do that. You can leave your mark, and I, along with the entire institution, hope that you will. Remember us as you move forward. Remember your coaches, your teammates, your professors, and your experiences. Do not let the current state of this world cast darkness on your incredible accomplishments and experiences. As an AIC athlete, you learned determination, perseverance, and loyalty. That determination and perseverance that you've learned is honed and is going to stay with you for all of your life. You're a competitor, so use that to your advantage. Good luck, and I can't wait to see what you all will do.
Well, thank you very much, Heather. We appreciate you taking the time to come and speak to us. And we do know how much the role of alumni and giving back to the university means to us. And speaking of that, we want to give a second to someone who means the world to us, an actual alumni, president of the Yellow Jackets Club, or the OG, Matt Johnson. Here, let's take a listen.
Hi, everybody. My name is Matt Johnson. I'm a 1985 alum. For those of you who aren't paying attention in your Zoom math class, that's 35 years ago. I'm really honored to be here tonight.
Well, it looks like we're having a little bit of an issue with that. It could be the quarantine. I mean, people are doing crazy things nowadays. So while we take a look at that issue, we will actually jump ahead to the Men's Breakthrough Athlete of the Year. So let's take a look at our contestants.
Jason DeMille, football. Shaim Hicks, men's basketball. Ezra Mutai, cross country, track and field. Tobias Paulson, men's soccer.
And our winner is Ezra Mutai of cross country and track and field. Congratulations, Ezra. Ezra won the 2019 cross country national championship as a freshman. Something tells me that he might be seen later, but stick around to find out. So we will now move on to our next award, which is the Alumni and the Papal Award. Let's go ahead and find out who won those.
Please welcome to the stage Faculty Athletics Representative Joe McCarthy Payne.
Tonight I have the pleasure to announce the winners of the Alumni Award, which is presented to seniors who excel in both academic scholarship and athletic achievement. This year's winners are Patrick DeMille of ice hockey and Caitlin Leclerc of field hockey. Congratulations.
From his famous jump into the bench celebration after his first goal as a freshman, to his selection as an all-conference defender as a senior, DeMel has been brilliant in every aspect of his time as a student athlete. He earned AHC Student Athlete of the Year as a junior and is a 3-time AHCA All-American Scholar selection, while helping the team to back-to-back AHC championships. LeCourc has been a leader on the turf for the field hockey team, as well as in the classroom and the community. The defender finished second nationally in defensive saves as a senior, earning all-conference honors, and was a 3-time NFHCA National Academic Squad selection while participating in several team impact events. Please welcome to the stage head baseball coach Nick Collini.
The Milton J. Peppel Merit Medal is awarded to seniors who combine excellence on the field and excellence in the classroom, including a 3.5 GPA or higher. Tonight we had the honor of honoring 4 athletes with this award. The winners are Allison Pothier, women's rugby. Benoit Campion, men's cross country and track and field. Martin Melberg, ice hockey. And Georgia Barnes, field hockey. Congratulations to tonight's winners.
Many athletes would hang up their cleats after tearing their ACL twice, but not Pothier. While being sidelined with her injuries, Pothier has been a staple in the program's leadership over the past 4 seasons. She has consistently found the time to lift up and support her teammates in any situation. Campion was a model of leadership and consistency on and off the track for AIC. He captained the cross-country team to an NA10 title and NCAA championship qualifier as a senior, and during the indoor track season, he was named the USTF CCCA East Region Track Athlete of the Year after running the 7th fastest mile in NCAA Division II history, all while earning multiple academic all-conference honors as an exercise science major. Melberg was the ice hockey team's Ironman, missing just 1 game in his 4-year career while providing steady play at both ends of the ice. He graduated as the team's 6th leading scorer in program history and was a 3-time AHCA All-American Scholar selection thanks to his work in the classroom as an economics and finance major. Barnes was a versatile talent for the field hockey program in her 4 years, playing nearly every single position and helping lead the team to 7 more wins in her senior season than the team achieved the year prior. In addition to serving as co-captain, she also excelled in the classroom, earning 3 NFHCA National Academic Squad selections as a dual criminal justice and psychology major.
Congratulations to all of our winners. Well deserved for each one of them. So I just got off the phone with the OG, Matt Johnson. Looks like he might have started the night a little bit early. He said this whole quarantine thing, he doesn't know what day it is, he doesn't know what's going on. So thankfully we were able to get him back for his video. So let's hear from him this time, hopefully right side right.
Hi everybody, my name is Matt Johnson. I'm a 1985 alum. For those of you who aren't paying attention in your Zoom math class, that's 35 years ago. I'm really honored to be here tonight to say a few words for Yellow Jackets Award Night. I represent over 500 members of the Yellow Jackets Club. The Yellow Jackets Club is here to support AIC athletics, which of course is all of you folks here tonight. I address you during obviously an incredibly challenging time in our lives that we here at AIC certainly find ourselves experiencing in a very difficult manner, as everybody else is too. However, I would like to focus tonight on the positives that we have at AIC to help us get through this crisis and get through life and hopefully get back to normal as soon as possible. One of the great things that happened this year at AIC was Giving Week, which happened right on the cusp of this virus shutting down athletics for everybody. Last year, we raised $15,000 during Giving Week. This year, we had an over 600% increase, raising well over $90,000 for AIC athletics. That's just an amazing tribute to all of you folks, your parents, your coaches, and the entire administration of AIC athletics, pushing forward with a common goal to try to advance AIC athletics in the best possible way. Another reason to be positive about AIC athletics is looking at all the accomplishments that you folks have had through the course of the year. Some of you will have awards tonight for that. But every day, you're putting in the work with your teams, on the field, on the court, on the ice, in order to try to make AIC a better place. And I think you're doing a fantastic job, competing for conference, regional, and national championships. There's never been a greater time to experience AIC athletics, and I'm very thankful, and all of the alumni are thankful for the efforts that you guys put forward. Lastly, the thing to be positive about is seeing how you're going to impact the world. What you've experienced in losing your seasons, losing your teammates, losing your classes, having to do everything from home, while challenging and difficult, they are preparing you to lead all of us into the future. And I think you're just the people who can do it. Thanks for all you do for AIC athletics. It's a great day to be a Yellow Jacket.
That's a wrap.
You think we got it?
Oh, yeah, it's great.
Oh, thank goodness. Back to the quarantine, I guess.
Oh gosh, oh gee, I didn't see that coming. But I guess we can go ahead and enter you into the best quarantine outfit. Well, thank you so much for all those kind words and for inspiring our seniors and the rest of our student athletes as to why the Yellow Jacket Club is very important to us as a department. So let's move on to our next award, our last fan-voted award for the night. So rounding out is the best moment. So we had plenty of good opportunities and best moments that we could choose from. The first one was men's soccer, who knocked off Adelphi, who was the top seed and nationally ranked in the NE10 tournament. Women's soccer, who the next day followed that up by taking Adelphi on the road as well into penalty kicks and knocked off Adelphi in that set. Following up with that, we have ice hockey, who won their second straight AHC title after not winning one at the Division I era. So rounding things out, I mean, Ezra Mutai, how can you compete with that? Fairly good, but you know what? We let you decide. And rounding things out is Jojo Gonzalez. So you know what? Let's take a look a little bit more at our nominees.
Men's soccer beats top-seeded and nationally ranked Adelphi in NE10 tournament. Women's soccer knocks off Adelphi on the road in the first round of the NE10 tournament in penalty kicks. Ice hockey wins their second straight regular season AHC championship. Ezra Mutai wins the cross-country national championship as a freshman. Jojo Gonzalez wins the program's first regional championship since 2001.
Well, there are your nominees again. So let's find out who the winner is. The best moment of the 2019-20 year goes to Ezra Mutai, winning the national championship in cross country. Once again, congratulations, Ezra. We will find out if he has any more awards to win tonight. I mean, a national champion. There's only been 5 of those in program history. So now we will turn it over to our Fall Male Athlete of the Year. So with that, we just wanted to take an opportunity to award someone who we thought was a standout male. Actually, let's go with female first. So let's roll that clip to see who our winner is.
Please welcome to the stage head softball coach Lise Tolentino.
Whether it was on the turf, court, course, or links, our women's soccer, volleyball, golf, cross country, triathlon, tennis, rugby, and field hockey teams all had memorable seasons with memorable moments. But one student athlete shined the brightest, our fall female most outstanding athlete. The winner is Andrea Sada, volleyball. Congratulations.
Sarah's tremendous season for volleyball not only helped the team to the NE10 championship game, it earned her conference, regional, and national accolades. The NE10 and East Region Player of the Year, Sarah was named an All-American by both the D2 CCA and the AVCA. Please welcome to the stage head women's tennis coach Tanner DeVarnes.
Throughout the fall, our men's soccer, cross country, golf, rugby, and football teams made us proud. They pulled off incredible upsets and earned conference, regional, and national accolades. Several student athletes stood out, but our fall male most outstanding athlete is Isaiah Tolbert of football. Congratulations, Isaiah.
Tolbert turned in a dominating 2019 campaign for the football team. He had 71 tackles with 18 for losses and 7 sacks, as well as a fumble recovery and an interception, in earning All-American honors from Don Haslam's Football Gazette and NE10 Defenseman Lineman of the Year. Please welcome to the stage head field hockey coach Ronnie Peters.
We had plenty to cheer for all winter long thanks to our women's track and field and basketball teams, who both excelled in advancing beyond the regular season and had great moments while breaking records at a record pace. Out of the many strong performances, our winter female most outstanding athlete winner is Roxanne Foster of the women's track and field team. Congratulations, Roxanne.
Foster's blink-and-you-miss-it speed was on display all winter long, as the only athlete in the East Region to reach NCAA provisional qualifiers in 3 events. She was named USTF CCCA East Region Track Athlete of the Year and won the NE10 title in the 60-meter hurdles to go with the NE10 Athlete and Rookie of the Year honors. Please welcome to the stage head women's soccer coach Kavan Issa.
In a time where the weather was its coldest, our men's track and field, basketball, wrestling, and ice hockey teams were at their hottest, making big plays and piling up titles. Out of all the astonishing players, only one can be the winter male most outstanding athlete. And the winner is Jojo Gonzalez of wrestling. Congratulations, Jojo.
Gonzalez continued his rampage through Super Region 1 in his junior season. He led the nation with 38 wins at 157, including a 7-3 mark against Division I competition. He also swept through the regional, the first Yellow Jacket to claim the crown at the tournament in 9 years. He earned NWCA All-American accolades for his efforts.
So now, congratulations to all of those winners. You guys each had a tremendous season. Isaiah on the football field, Andrea on the court, as well as Roxanne Foster on the track, and Jojo Gonzalez. Congratulations to you all. You have made us so proud to be Yellow Jackets. The next award that we have is the Yellow Jacket of the Year. The Yellow Jacket of the Year is presented to the student athlete that best exemplifies AIC in character, talent, and spirit. The fundamental aspects of being a Yellow Jacket are purpose, responsibility, integrity, embracing diversity, and excellence. Yellow Jackets show pride. So, let's find out who our winner is.
Siders was a leader on and off the court in her 4 years with AIC women's basketball. She never missed a game in those 4 seasons and took the role of team captain her senior year, leading the team to the NA10 tournament and reaching the 1,000-point mark.
Congratulations there. We appreciate everything that you have done, Roshana, to support our teams over the past 4 years. And congratulations on reaching that 1,000-point career plateau, as we know that that's a huge accomplishment that you reached. Our next award is the is the Burke and Kara Carey. So let's go ahead and find out who won those awards.
Please welcome to the stage head volleyball coach Matthew Cribbin.
The Robert Burke Athletic Directors Award recognizes community service and outstanding performance or competitive improvement over an athletic career. This year, we have 4 award winners. The winners are Hugo Reinhardt from ice hockey, Sakaya Owens, men's basketball, Deja Middlebrooks, track and field, and Jenny Holmquist, field hockey. Congratulations.
The word complete describes Hugo Reinhardt on and off the ice. He scored arguably the biggest goal in AIC history against Niagara in overtime of the 2019 AHC Championship game, and then captained the team as a senior to a 21-5-1 mark. He also earned 3 AHCA All-American Scholar selections as a business major. Owens embodies what the Burke Award means. In his 4 seasons in Butova, he has seen an increase in his scoring average, rebounds per game, and more. Additionally, he has gone above and beyond while working with the squad's team impact teammate. Without his coaches asking, or even sometimes even knowing, Owens showed up at his teammates' games, practices, or house to spend time with them. Middlebrooks graduated as one of the most well-decorated athletes in the history of AIC track and field. She earned USTF CCCA East Region Field Athlete of the Year and NE10 All-Academic Team Honors after winning the NE10 title in the triple jump as a senior and was an All-American in the event as a junior. She earned 3 academic all-conference selections between her junior and senior seasons as a public health major. The leadership of Holmquist on and off the turf has been crucial for AIC and its field hockey program. Not only was she the team's leading scorer and a co-captain for the program's 10-win season in 2019, she has also served as the college's team impact liaison, helping to promote the cause and strengthen AIC's relationship with the program. Please welcome to the stage head women's basketball coach Kristen Hutchinson.
The L.T. Alvin J. Carey Scholarship Award is awarded to the male and female athletes showing outstanding contributions to intercollegiate athletics at AIC. We have 4 talented winners this year. The winners are Jennifer Hackett, women's soccer, Matt Costanza, baseball, Chelsea Davis, field hockey and women's lacrosse, and Jake Durham, men's soccer. Congratulations.
Hackett was a tremendous leader on and off the pitch in 4 seasons for AIC women's soccer team. As a team captain in her senior season, she led her squad to the NE10 semifinal. She was also part of the SAC executive board and participated in numerous community service events with Rex's Pantry and Team Impact. Costanza's success on the baseball diamond, where he was an all-East region selection while playing second base and pitching for AIC, was tremendous. Yet, it was secondary to his contributions to the AIC and Springfield community, where he helped lead baseball's Home Run for the Hungry food drive and was a member of the SAC Executive Board. Davis's career at AIC checks every box imaginable. She holds team records for both women's lacrosse and field hockey, including the NCAA Division II Defensive Saves Mark, and she also earned recognition at the conference and national level for her play and her academics, while also serving 3 years as a SAC Executive Board member, helping to leave AIC a better place than it was when she arrived. Durham led the way in changing the perception of the AIC men's soccer program. Not only was he a multiple-time all-conference selection for his brilliant play in the midfield, his talent and leadership helped AIC become the only men's team to reach the NE10 semifinals in back-to-back seasons, thanks to upsets of nationally ranked opposition in both his junior and senior campaigns.
So now we come to the moment of Coach of the Year. I teased it a little bit early, but I am excited for this award because I get to work with this coach or coaches. A lot. So without further ado, let's go ahead and find out who our Coach of the Year is.
The cross-country and track and field staff of head coach Leo Mayo and assistants Logan Sharp, Matt Jacobson, and Rich Hart had their squad winning all year long. The men took home the conference cross-country title and qualified for nationals, and 5 Yellow Jackets earned USTF CCCA East Region of the Year honors, including men's and women's assistant of the years in selections for Sharp and Jacobson. Please welcome to the stage head men's basketball coach Andy Burkholder.
The F.J. Maloney Award is presented to the most outstanding male and female athlete throughout his or her 4 years at AIC. Our winners are Blake Christensen, ice hockey, Yana Potic, volleyball. Congratulations, Blake and Yana.
An unstoppable offensive force for 4 seasons for the ice hockey team, Christensen rewrote AIC's record books. As a junior, he broke the single-season assist and points record in becoming AIC's first NCAA Division I All-American. And then, as a senior, he set the career marks in those stats while leading AIC to back-to-back AHC titles. No volleyball player has defined the run of success for AIC like Potic. The program's all-time leader in kills earned AVCA All-American status while leading the volleyball team to 3 straight East Region Championship games, winning the first 2 titles in AIC's long history. Please welcome to the stage Interim Director of Athletics, Jessica Chapin.
The President's Cup is awarded to the student athlete who has made a major contribution to the AIC athletic program during the past academic year with outstanding ability, character, and sportsmanship. This year's President's Cup winner is National Champion Ezra Mutai of men's cross-country track and field. Congratulations, Ezra.
Put simply, Mutai dominated. He won every race he entered for the Yellow Jackets, taking the NE10, East Regional, and AIC's first ever National Cross-Country Championship, and was a national qualifier in multiple events during the indoor season as well.
Congratulations, especially to the track coaches. We know that this is a big award for you guys. You have done phenomenal work over the past year. 2 national titles, Leaky and Ezra. Who would have ever thought? But we appreciate your hard work working with those programs, and then as well as to Yana Potic and Blake Christensen for winners of the Maloney Award, and then also Ezra. How can we compete with that? Ezra won every race he was entered this year and flat out broke away from the pack in the national championship. So without further ado, we do have 2 awards to give out tonight. People who actually did tweet at us, sharing those, and actually one who just showed it off in the video. But our first winner this tonight for the best dressed is we're going to go with Clement Palayan of track and field. Some really nice gold medals from the NE10 championships from indoor season. So congratulations on that, and we'll be contacting you here shortly about your prize. And then the best quarantine outfit. Can anyone ever compete with OG? OG, congratulations for being our quarantine outfit winner of the night. So before we head out and we wrap this up, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to the Yellow Jacket Awards 2020 edition. We know that this is not normal, but at the same time, we know that we're all doing our part to keep each other healthy. So then hopefully we can come back in the fall and in the spring for next season and see each other on campus. Ultimately, what we're here for, like I mentioned earlier, is for you, the student athlete. And with that, we miss you. Campus is not the same without you being here, especially at a time to where we're used to having baseball, softball games, lacrosse games, rugby, a bunch of different things going on. It's quiet. So we miss you, student athletes. Alumni, we hope you can come back and support, especially once all this is over. We hope that homecoming can be a huge gathering for us this year, something that we will truly make a memorable moment of coming back after this quarantine to reunite as a hive, to help each other out, to see how everyone's doing. And with that being said, I would say thank you to the whole athletic department for supporting us this past year as athletics communication staff and the institution. Vince, I appreciate everything that you do and day in, day out. I know that you're doing whatever you can to make this the best situation for our student athletes, for our students in general, and faculty and staff. So we appreciate you. Marketing Communications, Bob Cole, Mike Araquezo, we appreciate everything that you've done over this past year to help us out, especially in the communications realm. Admissions, everyone else, financial aid, everyone down to Moose and James, we appreciate everything that you do, C&W. So if I've missed anyone, I apologize. The list could go on all night long just because it takes a village to run this institution. And no one really understands that more so than the people who are actually here every day, day in and day out, who see the work that everyone here does. So with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in and signing off. I'm Thomas Poole.